The Olympus E-P1 comes with a 12.3 megapixels live mask sensor, a built-in sensor shift image stabilizer, contrast detection autofocus system, a TruePic 5 image processing engine, ISO sensitivity from 100 to 6400, a continuous burst shooting mode of up to 3 frames per second, a 3-inch HyperCrystal LCD, high-definition video shooting, as well as SD and SDHC cards compatibility. It weighs 335 gram body only, and comes in a classic retro-looking metal body that's reminiscent of the previous Pen series. The Olympus Pen E-P1 zoom lens kit comes with instruction menu, software CD, AV cable, USB cable, shoulder strap, rechargeable battery, battery charger, power cord, the 14 to 42mm micro 4/3 lens, which gives a 35mm equivalent of 28 to 82, and of course the E-P1 itself, Olympus' first micro 4/3 body. The Olympus Pen E-P1 comes with a metal body, and when you pick it up, you definitely feel it, not just in terms of the weight, but also in terms of the finishing and also the solid feeling that it does give you. With the zoom lens on, it fits very nicely in the hand, and you can definitely be comfortable taking lots of pictures with it. One thing to note, the zoom lens is not able to take pictures while it's in the retracted mode, so you need to extend it before it's ready for taking pictures, and the zoom will keep the lens pretty much in the extended position and only varying slightly as you change the focusing and the focal length. Now, to give you an idea of the size of this so that you can compare it to other similar compact cameras, we have a Panasonic LX3 here, and you can see that when fully extended, the two cameras does have quite a significant difference in size, and this is to be expected because, first of all, the E-P1 comes with a much larger sensor, in fact the same size sensor as in the Olympus DSLR series, the micro 4/3 size. The only major difference between this and the DSLRs is that there is no prism and also no mirror, so the light is directly going onto the sensor and you're viewing it via the LCD live view, as opposed to having the prism and the mirror reflecting onto an optical viewfinder. As you also notice, there's actually no viewfinder on this camera. Obviously with the 17mm lens kit, you actually have an external optical viewfinder that you can use with it, but that will have to be matched with the lens, otherwise it would not make too much sense using it. However, the lack of a viewfinder is obviously not an issue, as you can see that with the LX3, for example, that there is no viewfinder either. However, there is a pop-up flash, and this is something that perhaps might be slightly missing in the E-P1. However, it's not a major issue, as if you're serious about your photography, you probably want to use an external flash as well, as it will give you more control and more power to get those shots. Now, one thing to note, mainly is really the weight that you have to be aware of before you get this camera. For example, an LX3 weighs 290 grams, and that's inclusive of the lens, of course, which is built in. With the E-P1, the body weighs 335 grams, and this zoom lens weighs 150 grams, so that already takes you over the takes you almost to the 500 gram limit. that doesn't include the battery, which will definitely take you over. So be prepared to carry it. It is compact in size, but weight-wise, it's not going to be a major difference from carrying one of the more lightweight DSLRs around. Olympus designed the Pen E-P1 to be as easy to use as a pen, and this is very clear from the simple layout of buttons, as well as the comprehensive list of functions in a few easy to use modes. The mode dial can be accessed with the dial at the end, and you can cycle through them easily by just turning it and seeing it either at the top or from the back. The first is the art filters, which has the list of different filters available. Now I can access this with the jog dial here at the multi-selector, or with this new jog dial at the top as well, which does the same thing. I can also then continue and use the scene selection mode, again accessing it in the same way as I would. The next mode is movie mode. Here I can select different quality of movie. By entering, I can have white balance, single, and a quality of high definition or standard quality. All target, single target. I also have manual shooting, shutter priority, I can also change the exposure value by pressing the exposure value button on the top and then accessing that here as well. Aperture priority, program mode, and of course back to the intelligent auto. In modes other than the intelligent auto, you'll be able to access the white balance as well as the ISO. As you can see, while focusing is actually quite responsive. However, this is mainly in single autofocus mode. If I were to use it in continuous autofocus mode, I find sometimes that it does give a little bit more of a seesaw focusing, which is a little disconcerting. However, the indicator still shows that it is in focus. You also have manual focus and the single autofocus plus manual focus for fine tuning. All in all, the E-P1 is indeed very easy to use, and you can be assured of the quality that delivers.